5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set, go. Hey you guys, Awesome Joe back here, and I am so ready to go ahead and talk to you guys more about movies. And quite recently I went ahead and watched a really fantastic film that I'm so excited to talk to you guys about here today. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, that I am going to go ahead and start doing my videos based off of just one movie in particular, and that way I could go ahead and open up some more time for you guys to having to watch and experience these great, wonderful opinions that I have regarded towards these flicks, because they are so wonderful. I had an amazing time with them, and I'm very much looking forward to having to share my personal opinions regarding towards it, and very much looking forward to seeing what you guys think as well, if you guys have watched this flick also. So I'm Awesome Joe, and now let's go ahead and get started here, y'all, with Green Book. Okay, so Green Book is directed by Peter Farrelly, and Peter Farrelly happens to be one of the Farrelly brothers that directed movies such as There's Something About Mary and Shallow Hal. I thought that it was very interesting and having to know that maybe this is going to be a comedy, but no, unfortunately it's not a comedy. But I did find the movie to be very entertaining enough to throw out some laughs. I think that I laughed a lot within the movie, and how you could see and how these two different characters who meet and interact with each other become best friends at the ending of the film. But how the way their interactions are, I mean, there were some situations in there that were supposed to be funny, and I laughed towards it. I didn't find it at all to be boring. I've heard a lot of great things about this. And Green Book isn't a movie that I went to go ahead and watch at the movie theaters, even though that I'm a big fan of Viggo Mortensen and the way that he portrays his acting capabilities with the characters that are given to him to portray in front of the camera. I find that Viggo Mortensen is such an amazing actor. I very much admire what he does. He is the exact definition of what an actor should be, which cases is called the chameleon effect. And the chameleon effect is having to portray one character within one movie, and then when you do another performance within another film, you're a completely different character. You are very, very recognizable, but at the same time not. And that's what Viggo Mortensen is, and I love on what he does in this. I mean, he plays this Italian bum, and he's very racist at the beginning of the film, and this takes place in the 60s. I think this is back in 1961, and this is based on a true story between two completely different people who become best friends at the end. And I find it to be such a world-changing experience. Even though it's a very, very little situation that's happening throughout the film, I feel like it's something that really did grow into an occurrence to what we know now today, and having to have all racials to be equal. And so that I think that it's an amazing film, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what this movie's gonna be winning at the Oscars, which is coming this Sunday. So I'm very excited for that, and I really did love Green Book. I think Green Book was fantastic. It was so amazing. So like I said, Viggo Mortensen is in this, along with Mahershala Ali and Linda Cardellini. Linda Cardellini is the wife to Viggo Mortensen, and there's very, very many characters played by a different portrayal of actors, but I don't really feel like I really have enough time to go ahead and talk about them. Not only that, I don't really think that they're very much important to extend this review by giving it any importance. So but when it comes to these three actors doing such a fantastic job in this, I find that Green Book is one of my most personal favorites. And just like Instant Family, I very much regret not having to watch this movie in theaters, because I would have loved to have put it on my top 10 list of 2018, because it is such a fantastic film. I would have loved to have added it on the list, but unfortunately I wasn't capable of having to do it at the time. So that always puts me in a complicated spot, because I mean, it's such a wonderful film. I had a great experience with it, and I am very much looking forward to watching it again whenever I have the available opportunity to do that. Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie a 79%, and for me, I believe that this movie was so great enough that it deserved much of a higher rating, which is why I gave it a 90%. It's just so fantastic. I mean, it was just so amazing. I really do love the interactions between Viggo Mortensen and Mr. Ali's interactions with each other. I mean, they're very, very funny. They're very dramatic, and you get these a lot of depth in this film, and having to experience these two characters on very different levels. Viggo Mortensen, he's very hardcore, and Mr. Ali is very, very soft. And so these two, they learn from each other, and having to be this, to meet around in the middle, So for Viggo Mortensen to be a little bit more softer, to be a little bit more laid back, rather than having to let everyone get into an offense with him. And then for Mr. Ali, who is very, very soft, to grow a little bit more stronger in learning how to defend himself, against the ones that really put him in a very difficult position. So I find that to be very, very inspirational. I found it to be such an amazing experience, having to watch through and through from beginning to end. So like I said, I gave it a 90%. What do you guys think about Green Book? Did you guys watch it in theaters, or did you guys get to watch it very recently? What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the section at the bottom. Let's have an awesome conversation regarding towards this flick or any of the movies that you'd like to talk about in general. So I'm Awesome Joe, and don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe on both my YouTube and Facebook pages, and so that way we can have an awesome conversation regarding towards this movie or any movies that you'd like to talk about in general. So I'm Awesome Joe, and as always, stay awesome, guys. And thanks you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.